Hello everyone, hi, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode reaction to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is her live and my name is Matt. Hello. Okay, what's up everybody? How are y'all doing today? I'm a little bit sad, not gonna lie. It just got announced like 30 minutes ago that like a voice actor that I really like just like passed away, and I'm just bummed out. So rest in peace, Billy Kametz. You were like the most amazing like punk with a heart of gold character I can imagine. You were fucking awesome, dude. Like, I'm gonna go play 13 Sentinels and I'm just gonna get fucking sad. But yeah, anyway, that's not what this video is about. Hello everybody. We got Buffy to keep us happy and positive here. So hopefully this show will help me out go through this moment and maybe try not to think about it. So yeah, anyway, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Last episode, what do we have? We had Reptile Boy. I don't know, man. We just sneak into a cult and then we kill the god. Like, that's the way I put it, and I think that's the best way to summarize that episode because it sounds cool. As for what actually happened in the episode, I mean, it was a little bit of a lesson in like, well, Buffy has to deal with a lot of things, but also people need to realize that they are putting a lot of pressure on Buffy and a lot of like confusion on Buffy, and they need to like maybe be aware of everything that they're doing to her, even if their intentions are good. So that's probably the main takeaway of that episode, but otherwise, I mean, listen, man, that episode hasn't gone live on YouTube yet, but even, like, I can tell that some people were like, yeah, like, the Spike episode was great. There's gonna be a couple episodes that are not as great, but don't worry, that thing's gonna come back. So I'm just sitting here like, it's okay, man. It's fine. Like, I watched season 1. Like, if anything, watching season 1 prepares you for, like, the lows of the show while you're waiting for, like, the super highs, you know? Like, I watched season 1 and I didn't have much issue with it, so I'm fine. I'm down for just killing cults, I guess. Check out the Patreon. Check out the link in the description below. Pop up on screen. You can watch the next 2 episode reactions already, or the full-length reactions as well. And just supporting the channel. That's always helpful to me. Yeah, let us begin. So, Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 2, Episode 6. Let's go. Oh, someone's recording this. Oh, it's another vampire. Oh, maybe they're trying to get information on Buffy, the way she fights and stuff, for future reference. You can theoretically learn her moves and study her. Damn, the modern vampires. Hey, we have vampires. Maybe this will be a plot episode.
I'm waiting for Buffy.
Great. I'm supposed to be meeting Devin, but he's nowhere to be seen.
Please don't misinterpret this. Damn it. God damn it.
Buffy?
He saw her. Okay, he's going after her.
So I see.
Hey. So look. Seasonal look.
Buffy. Love the hair. It just screams street urchin.
I need to go. Put a bag over my head.
Don't listen to her. You look fine.
You're sweet. A terrible liar. Dates are things normal girls have. Girls who have time to think about nail polish and facials. You know what I think about? Ambush tactics. Beheading.
Hot. Don't worry about it, girl. You're doing great. Hey, it's everyone's favorite character.
Now, a bunch of little kids need people to take them trick-or-treating. Sign up and get your own pack of sugar-hype little runts for the night.
Okay, I see. That sounds so white.
Harris. Hey, Larry, you're looking cro-mag as usual.
Who are you, Larry?
What can I do you for?
I heard some guy say she was fast.
I hope you mean like the wind.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Like, that's my friend you're talking about. Something damn manly.
You know, kudos to him. Hey! We got Dr. Pepper. Let's go.
Senator,
A black guy heals, Buffy, but cowardice has an unlimited shelf life. Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot for your help.
Come on, man. That doesn't speak anything about Sander. That speaks about the guy who got fucking slammed into the thing. Fucking Larry's the pussy-ass bitch.
Not, I suspect, to you. What is it you're after?
Of course it's of interest to me. I'm the Slayer. I need to know these things. You can't keep me in the dark any longer. Look at me when I talk to you.
I really don't have time for these
Miss
games.
Calendar said you were a babe.
She said what?
You know how disgusting it is for me to even contemplate you grown-ups having smoochies, but I think you should go for it.
Buffy, I appreciate your interest,
But I've overstepped my bounds. It's none of my business, you know? What was I thinking? My God. Shame. Shame. I gotta go.
Worked out. GG. Fucking Metal Gear Willow over here. He's like, damn, I got game.
It doesn't say, but the entry's dated 1775.
So she's gonna try to find some kind of costume like that?
She looks like a noblewoman or something, which means being beautiful was sort of her job.
Well, I'll never be like this.
She's not that pretty.
It's literally just a drawing.
Put on some fantabulous gown and go to a ball like a princess. And have horses and servants and yet more gowns.
Yeah. Still, I think I prefer being able to vote. Or I will when I can.
Right, you're 16.
A time-honored classic.
Guess it goes.
Okay, well, can I give you a little friendly advice?
It's not spooky enough.
It literally says boo on the chest.
You're missing the whole point of Halloween. Free candy? It's come as you are at night. The perfect chance for a girl to get sexy and wild with no repercussions.
Oh, I don't get wild. Wild on me?
I do think the point is free candy. I don't know about this conversation.
Touching
What are we
reconciliation
looking at?
moment there.
Is it the, yeah, it's the dress. I mean, this is not a proper dress. This is a costume.
It's
magnificent, yes, I know. There. My. Meet the hidden princess.
Who is this guy?
I feel quite moved to make you a deal you can't refuse.
Creepy. Is this dress like cursed or some shit? Oh, Spike is in the episode. Okay, this episode's good then. Yeah, they are studying her moves. That's good. That's actually smart. Let's fucking go. Drew is here too. She's so fucking weird.
The parts you can't see.
What the fuck does that mean? She's not well, and I love her. I don't know what the fuck she's saying half the time, and it's great.
Tomorrow,
Tomorrow's Halloween. Nothing happens on Halloween.
someone's come to change it all.
Okay.
Someone new.
Okay, that sounds interesting. Someone new. What the fuck is this? I don't know why I saw that and my first thought was this is a TARDIS. Is that the shopkeeper?
The world that denies thee, thou inhabit.
Estigmata?
Chaos. I remain, as ever, thy faithful, degenerate son.
What's on the other side? There's another face? Yeah. Okay, that's cool. I don't know what that is.
call it a blast from his past. I'll show him I can
He might not like it. Like, you just saw a girl in a book.
You're a dish. I mean, really.
But this just isn't me.
It's not. And also, what is this costume? She's so awkward and uncomfortable.
That's it.
But like,
Ready?
what is the costume supposed to be? You might see Willow and be like,
ladies,
damn it.
Casper.
I won for like her to take off the costume at one point, like during a fight or something. Like it comes off, and then Sandra looks at her and goes like, damn.
No need to speak to them. The last thing they need is your influence.
No need
Just
to
bring them
speak
back
to
in
them.
one piece, and I won't expect it.
Oh my god, this guy.
Curling her hair?
Literally, it was you who got your ass kicked, bro. Oh, it's this guy again. Ooh.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
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 But then,
Exaudi meam causam. Carpe noctem pro concilium vestrem.
I think this is Latin.
Est sancta praesentia concriscit visceram. Janus sume noctem.
Are you summoning the god Janus?
Showtime.
Showtime.
I could have sworn I had more candy.
What
I'm
the
sorry, Mr. Monster. Maybe I...
They all transform. Maybe they are transforming into what they are. What the fuck is happening? That means that Willow will have to be a ghost. Okay, I don't know what the fuck is happening then. Yeah. Okay. This is wacky. Kinda love it. He just straight up has an assault rifle, and I'm guessing he's like a military man. And now she is a ghost.
Sander, it's me, Willow.
I don't know any Willow.
Sander, quit messing around. This is no time for jokes.
Lydia, I suggest you find cover.
No, wait.
Yeah. A ghost.
I'm a ghost.
She has full understanding of
You were
things.
supposed to be a soldier. And now I guess you're a real soldier.
That means that Buffy's gonna be like a 16th century.
Are you okay?
This is some crazy shit.
Buffy, what do we do?
Yeah? How do we... She doesn't understand anything, probably, maybe. Why is Willow the only one that knows things? Like 1776?
1775.
Okay, close.
How did I come to be here?
Breathe,
Well,
okay? Breathe. You're gonna
This is
faint
an
again.
interesting episode.
Is this woman insane?
She's never seen a car.
I've never seen a car.
She's from the past.
Yeah.
You're a ghost.
Yes. Now let's get inside.
Just want you to know that I'm taking a lot on faith here.
Yeah. I guess, like, Willow's costume is not so, like, defined. So her only trait is that she's a ghost. But otherwise, it's still Willow.
Could be a civilian.
Or a mini demon.
Oh, right, but Spike also is gonna make his move tonight. So, this is so crazy. How did the fuck did this happen? What's that? It could be like Cordelia or something. It is Cordelia. Whatever the fuck. Wait, Cordelia didn't transform. She knows that is Xander, so...
Cordelia. Wait, what's going on? Okay, your name is Cordelia. You're not a cat. You're in high school, and we're your friends. Well, sort of.
That's nice, Willow. And you went mental when?
Yeah, she didn't transform. So it was like localized.
Just sit tight.
Who died and made her the boss?
I mean, I guess Willow is right now unkillable because she's already a ghost. Well, Spike's here. Fuck. Yeah, that's a picture of all of you.
She must be right. We must have some kind of amnesia.
I was brought up a proper lady. I wasn't meant to understand things. I'm just meant to look pretty, and then someone nice will marry me. Fight these low creatures, I'd sooner die.
Then you'll die.
Oh, good. You guys are all right. It's total chaos out there.
Who are you?
Yeah, I didn't know him. Fine, Cordelia's not in the room for some reason. Giles just thinks that today is a chill night too, so... He's like, what the fuck?
Hey.
What's up with your hair?
They don't know who they are. Everyone's turned into a monster. It's a whole big thing.
I didn't leave that open.
Okay. A vampire cannot get inside unless invited. Isn't that the rule? Did we just forget about rules or?
Stay!
Anything.
Hurry up!
Yeah, she's running away from him.
She told us she got her outfit from Party Town.
And everybody
Oh!
they acquired their costumes where?
Duh, it was...
We all got ours at a new place, Ethan.
Okay, duh. Yeah, it was the shopkeeper, the one that was doing the ritual. Duh, that makes so much sense. I'm so stupid. I didn't realize that. I'm guessing she's gonna, like, start fighting when she's back into a corner. And she's gonna be like, oh shit, I can fight. Oh, it's fucking Larry. Okay, Willow and Giles are gonna try and fight the boss, I guess. This is such a weird episode. I kind of love it. So he did give everyone just a bunch of enchanted costumes.
Janus, Roman mythical god.
It was Janus.
What does this mean?
I thought he said
The division itself.
Janus. I wanted to alt-tab and start reading about Janus on Wikipedia, but I'm watching the episode.
Willow, get out of here now.
But
Now.
She's a ghost, like...
Hello, Ethan.
Oh, you know him!
Hello, Ripper.
Ripper? Deck him in the face! Fuck! Alright, I guess Xander did it for her.
What's your deal? Take a pill. Angel is a good vampire. He would never hurt you.
It's strange, but beating up that pirate gave me a weird sense of closure.
guys,
Willow!
guys, you gotta get inside.
That's Spike and his entourage. Willow somehow saw them and she was like, oh shit, we gotta run.
What? No hug?
What is your connection?
Aren't you pleased to see your old mate, Rupert? Don't wish to blow my own trumpet, but it's genius. The very embodiment of be careful what you wish for.
It's sick, brutal, and it harms the innocent.
Oh, and we all know that you are the champion of innocence and all things pure and good, Rupert.
Ooh. And we're gonna learn about his past.
A little act you've got going here, old man.
It's no act. It's who I am.
Who you are. The Watcher. Sniveling, tweed-clad guardian of the Slayer and her kin. I think not.
Is that just what you tell yourself?
I know who you are, Rupert, and I know what you're capable of.
Shit! I'm interested. I'm into it.
They don't, do they? They have no idea where you come from. What's in the bargain for me?
You get to live.
Oh, Rupert, you're scary.
Okay. This is cool. I immediately kind of stopped caring about what's happening with them, and I'm only focusing on what's happening with Giles now. He called him Ripper. Watch him be like actually Jack the Ripper, some shit like that. I don't know. Where you come from? What did he mean by that? Okay, fuck it. Yeah, sure. We're fighting Spike and his demons, I guess. How can he control the demons, I guess?
Was long gone.
Tell me how to stop the spell.
Say pretty, please.
Ooh. How casual he was. Tell me how to stop the spell.
Tell me how to stop the spell.
Janus, break its statue.
He's not gonna do anything, but the gun is gonna revert back to But Buffy's back. That's a wig, and you're fucked.
Hi, honey. I'm home.
Boom! Get him! Alright, I guess that guy didn't lie.
You know what? It's good to be me.
Yeah? Is he gone?
You guys remember what happened?
It was way creepy. It's like I was there, but I couldn't get out.
Oh, that's weird. Well, you gotta be your damsel in distress. Where's Willow?
Where's Willow?
Oh, she went back to her body. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, and you wanna see Willow?
Who's that girl?
Alright. I guess Mom is not here tonight. That was a weird, wacky couple hours.
Why'd you think I'd like you better dressed that way?
I wanted to be a real girl for once.
I hated the girls back then.
That's what I thought.
Especially the noble women.
Mm-hmm.
You did.
They were just incredibly dull. I always wished I could meet someone exciting. Interesting.
I was just waiting for the mom to walk in or something. Okay, Giles. I need information. Be seeing you. No, he just ran away. He just left a message. He's like almost smiling. Okay. I have things to say about that episode. I have things I want to say about that episode. Alright, that episode was wacky, to say the least. Things happen. Things became more... Fuck. Okay, where do I start? I'm gonna start at the best part. My favorite thing about this episode is the promise of Giles becoming a different character. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of, it's funny I mentioned Doctor Who at one point, but like, I really like Doctor Who. And if you were to ask me what are my favorite Doctors, I would say 12 and 7th. This makes me think to the 7th Doctor, Giles here. Because, for those of you who don't know, the 7th Doctor, when he first showed up, he was just like this, like, fun, like, bumbling buffoon, you know? And then the next season, they were like, actually, he's a bastard. He's like a hidden mastermind, and he's playing the fool. But then, when it comes down to it, right at the ending, he's just like, this was my plan all along. Fuck you. Die. And just walks away. And then he goes out smiling. It reminded me of that. Like, what the fuck? Like, that was such a, like, weird turn to Giles' character. That doesn't make him... I don't think he's bad or evil or anything, by the way. Don't worry about that. But it's the idea that Giles is... When he's encountering Ethan, first of all, he was like, Willow, leave. Leave. And I was like, that's a weird thing to say. But then he was like, okay, he knows him. Also, this is a personal encounter. Beyond that, it probably was saying that because he didn't want Willow to see or hear whatever was about to happen, because Ethan knows about Giles' past. He called them the Ripper, or just Ripper. I'm guessing it could be a pun on his name being Rupert. So maybe he had like a weird, like cheesy ass title, like Rupert the Ripper or something like that. That's still a lot to take in, because okay, so then he just beat the shit out of Ethan. Just, it wasn't even close. He just went in and just fucking boom, boom, and just threw him on the floor. And then he just started like stomping on him, just being like, tell me how to stop the spell. Tell me how to stop the spell. And just fucking kept kicking him and shit. The thing is that the way he was acting when he was doing so, like he was like he had like this handkerchief on his hand, just like, I'm getting dirty. And he looked like calm while doing it, you know? It looked like a fucking assassin at work. He didn't look like the meek Giles that is anxious and just like, oh no, what's going on? No, he looked like this guy was shit serious, and he didn't have any fucks to give for this Ethan character. And it could be a thing of like, Ethan is such a bastard that Giles hates him so much that he feels no remorse doing this, but it also speaks to the kind of person that Giles is. But like, okay, this is where I'm starting to wonder, is the version of Giles we've seen up to this point like some kind of persona that he's playing? You know, he's like faking it. Like he's faking being so like meek and like not really helpless, but like I don't even know what to call him, but like this cowardly, or not cowardly, but like, yeah, I suppose like he looks like a fucking librarian, and he acts like a fucking librarian, just like, oh, I know all about the books, and then I'm like, oh shit, like real shit is happening, I can't fight, I'm not good for that. But then, is that all an act, or is it real? It could be an act, and it could also be real. Like, in my mind, I'm thinking that if that is an act, I'm like 95% sure that they didn't plan this for season 1. In season 1, he was just a librarian. And now in season 2, they're like, actually, let's make it more fun, you know? If that is an act, it was a really fucking good act, to the point that I think that they didn't even plan this in season 1. It could not be an act. And it can also be that that's him. But if that's the case, then why is he so, like, almost like ruthless in this episode? It could just be because he hates Ethan that much. I'm trying to think of other reasons why he could have acted that way, but it's either an act or he just hates Ethan. I think that's it. I think those are the only two options I can think of. There could be more, but I'm doing this all on the fly, so if I think of more, it's probably going to happen off screen. Leave in the comments if you can think of, that could be spoiler. No, don't tell me anything, actually. But like, I'm leaning towards it's all an act, which has a lot of potential for being really fucking cool, because it's making me think to the 7th Doctor. Like, honestly, I didn't know I wanted this, but I want it. I want Giles to be revealed to be a fucking bastard. That's what I want. Because like, and I don't mean like a bad person or an evil person in some ways. Like, he's not, and I believe that he's not. So the Ethan, he says like, oh, nobody knows the real you, you know? Like, what do you think you are? You're the Watcher, this like devout follower of the Slayer that takes care of her or something. And then he's like, that's what I am, you know? Like, he actually believes that he is those things, and he's like convincing himself that he is those things. So I believe that Giles is someone that had a past where he did fucked up shit for whatever reason. Like, he could be like an assassin, he could be like a former cultist or some shit. I have no idea what his past is, but he has a past where fucked up shit happened and he was a fucked up person. And then something else happened, and then he was like, I'm gonna dedicate my life to following the Slayer, to helping the Slayer, to doing good. And that is really compelling to me. I've said this before, that's like something I really like in characters. When a character has like a past and then they like go like 100% in the opposite direction, just like, fuck you, I'm not gonna be that person, I'm gonna do this now, I'm gonna try to be good. Like, because that's like an active choice to do the opposite of what you were doing before. And I look forward to seeing whatever the fuck that was. That doesn't mean that is what this is, but it could be. I'm excited for the implication of what could be. So I don't doubt that Giles is like an ally. I think he is. But I think that he might be like more cunning than when he shows. You know, like he could be more capable. He could just straight up start fist fighting a bitch, kill a vampire. I'm just like, that's really cool. I want to see more of that. And like, I feel that if you go back to some episodes in the show, you can look at Giles and be like, well, if he was secretly like this like super clever mastermind cunning bastard, then he acted real dumb in some episodes, and you would be right. Because I'm thinking that back to like the fucking puppet episode where he's just like, oh no, I walked into a trap that will decapitate me. And it's just like, it's like a little bit silly. The way I see it is like, if they're going down this route, just like first of all, they didn't plan that for season 1. So season 1, just whatever, different character. And even then now in season 2, I'm just like, well, different writers get different things and whatever, you know, like I am willing to just look past all of that and just say, whatever, as long as they make it cool. And that's just kind of a thing that I do with media, you know, like I am willing to look past so many things that make no sense just as much as it's just cool and enjoyable. That's just my main thing. I'm very excited for Giles. I really am, because he was already a character I liked, and now I'm just like, okay, there's way more. There's way more. What the fuck? I didn't even expect or think that this could be a thing, and now I'm shook. I'm shooketh. Giles is fucking fire, dude. I'm very excited for this character now. Ethan is gonna come back. That's a new antagonist that was just introduced. That's fun because we introduced Spike, we introduced Drew, and now we introduce Ethan. We're introducing a bunch of like lasting like antagonists, and even in this episode we had Spike and Drew for like a second. They didn't do a lot, but they were there. So, like, this episode felt important, and it's interesting because, like, I feel like the most important thing that happened this episode, even though we got every actor, the most important thing that happened this episode was Giles and whatever Ethan is, you know? I'm glad that I was able to tell that Ethan was summoning Janus or some shit. Okay, so in Roman mythology, Janus is the god of the beginnings, gates, transitions, time, duality, doorways, passage, frames, and endings. Okay, trans rights. What is the Greek equivalent? Oh, they had none. Okay, this is one of the original Roman gods, I guess. I don't know too much about Greco-Roman mythology, but I do know that the Romans stole like everything from the Greeks. And I know a little bit about the Greeks because I played a bunch of Hades, dude. I fucking love Hades. There's like a sculpture, a statue that it's to 2 faces. So, okay, I've seen this before. I just didn't know that he was Janus, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about Ethan. I don't know what he's going to do in the show. I look forward to it, though, because of the promise of Giles. So it feels like Spike and Drew might be like an antagonist to Buffy. And now we're getting an antagonist for Giles in the sense of, in the form of Ethan, you know? And I don't know what Ethan's going to be. I don't know what he's going to do. But that if he shows up and he does shit like what he did in this episode, it's going to be really fun. Because this episode was very chaotic. All right, let's move on from Giles and Ethan. Let's talk about what actually happened in the episode. That was weird as fuck. So, we had a Halloween episode. Okay, everyone dressed up as shit. Everyone transformed into what their costumes were, which is... It's a fun and interesting idea, actually. I like that. But like the way they tackled on things, I'm not entirely sold on it, you know? Okay, where do I begin with it? Because those are all like topics that I feel like I'm distinctly not qualified to talk about, so I don't want to. But at the same time, Buffy was like, well, I want Angel to like me, so I want to wear those like 18th century dresses, and I want to be like hot and high class and like a proper lady, because I want Angel to like me. And I'm just like, well, I understand that you're a teenager, but also I know that a man is writing this. Anyway, the entire episode had her turn into this 18th century like novel woman that couldn't do anything other than actually literally being a damsel in distress. And I was thinking that she was gonna like change and like start fighting, and she was gonna be like, fuck yeah, you know? And she kind of did, but it was only after the transformation happened and she went back to being Buffy, which I'm not super sure if that was the ideal thing. And the same thing happened with like Willow a little bit, where Willow was like, well, I'm just gonna go as the ghost. I just cover my entire body. And it's just like, okay. But then Buffy is like, well, you can dress with more skimpy clothes so people can look at you and be like, shit, she's hot. Willow is like, no, I don't like that. That's not me. And then she gets scared and she puts on the ghost costume again and whatever. Being the ghost actually saved everybody, by the way. Like, dead ass. The ghost costume saved everybody, because we only made it as far as we did because Willow remembered everything, right? And she was also immune to everything, so she could just walk wherever she fucking wanted. So she was smart enough to understand everything that was happening, because the ghost costume didn't transform her into anything other than just an ethereal creature. Because she was an ethereal creature, she could just walk around and just tell everyone about what was happening. She was smart enough to understand what was happening. And then the only reason why this was stopped was because Willow was able to understand everything and tell everyone what they needed to know, and had to, like, she had the brains to know exactly what needed to be done, which is get Xander, get Buffy, save Cordelia. Angel got there. Well, not the Angel stuff wasn't in Willow. She managed to get this whole like squad together, convince everyone of what was happening, and then she went and get Giles, and then they both together figure out that it was Ethan, and then they went there, right? So that whole thing, that's all Willow MVP. The thing is, at the end of the episode, so she was walking around with the skin clothes the entire time as a ghost, because for some reason, the ghost was the skimpy clothes ghost, not the sheath ghost. And then at the end of the episode, she's like, I'm gonna throw in this ghost costume. I like me now. And then the dude just passed by. He was like, yo, that girl's hot. And then we moved on, right? I don't know if that's like the best lesson. I mean, sure, whatever, you know, Willow can be comfortable in whatever she wants to wear, but at the same time, you know how I started episode 1 of this show. I was like, literally, the first thing I said on this reaction series was, hey, I understand that the person who wrote this show is not very cool. So sometimes when I watch these episodes and I see these things about girls being like, you know what, I am very comfortable in my own body, and also I want all these guys to like me, I'm just sitting here like, because oftentimes I just see a show and it's just like, there's this girl and a lot of what her struggles are circling around like another boy, and I'm just sitting here like, first of all, I don't relate to this. I don't like it. And I feel like you can also tell when it's written by a man and when it's written by a woman. You know, I feel like you can tell when that happens. So yeah, it just makes me a little bit uncomfortable, and I'm not sure what to say on those things. Because again, and I said it just a little bit ago and I'll say it again, I don't think I am the most qualified person to speak on any of this, so I will not. I'm just gonna say that I look at it and I'm just like rolling my eyes a little bit, and then I just move on and I focus on something else, like the coolest shit Giles Ethan thing that happened. So yeah, that's something about this Halloween episode. Buffy really tried to get Angel to like her by being something that she is not, and then at the end of the episode, Angel is like, I don't like that, I want you to be yourself. That is actually much more cool, and I understand that, and that's like a good thing, but like, you don't need Angel to tell you that for you to accept it, you know? Like, that's, I guess that's where the crux of the problem comes from. It's the idea that, like, if the theme, like the message, was about Buffy realizing, oh, it's okay to be myself, just being messy and just laid at things and just exciting, that's what Angel called her. You know, she's not dull, she's not just pampered, and she's just not just like a pretty face. Like, because like even some lines that like the Duchess Countess of Buffinia said, she was like, I wasn't raised to think, I was raised to look pretty and marry some baron or something. And I'm just sitting here like, I know writers who know subtlety and they're all cowards, you know? But the thing is that Buffy needs to realize that herself, you know? She doesn't need Angel to tell her at the end, just like, be yourself. I like you way more the way you are. That doesn't sound cool, because that means that Buffy was a slave to what she needed to be in order for Angel to like her. And then at the end of the episode, Angel is like, no, but I like you the way you are. And then Buffy is like, oh cool, I can be myself now. And it's like, no, you can be yourself without Angel liking you, even if that, like, even if it doesn't, it's cool to be yourself, you know? The fact that he might like you is just a bonus. Like, I just felt like the message is a little bit lost as a result, and I don't like it too much. It just makes me feel a little bit just like, whatever, rolling my eyes, moving on. But anyway, I feel like I'm being too negative on this. I shouldn't. I don't like doing that. But like, if you watched that and you related to it in some way and you thought it was cool, then sure, I cannot take that away from you, and I'm glad for you. But myself, I'm a person that I actually don't really care too much about romance to begin with. And then the extra layer of like, I want this guy to like me, hanging so much on like the what's happening on the episode and like character growth, hinging on that. I'm just sitting here like, yeah, I don't fully like that. And it feels a little bit gross in hindsight when I put into consideration the person that ran the show. So anyway, yeah, that's just my small thing. Sorry if that was too negative. I'll try not to do that in the future. But hey, sometimes I'm watching this and I'm just like, hey, I don't fully like this because this does nothing for me personally. And also, I know too many things that are not cool. So, if anything, something I really like about that, it was the fact that I got to see everyone just acting differently. I guess not everybody, just like two people. Because Xander and Buffy, I like that they acted completely differently. Xander was acting like a proper soldier. He was actually super determined and following orders, and he was okay, we do this, we do that, and he was actually just manly, and he was going and fighting people and just being like, fuck you. He was awesome. And then Buffy was acting differently because she was a damsel in distress in this episode, but it was still fun to see the actors acting differently, you know. Xander was probably my favorite. I like Xander acting like not Xander. That was fun for me. I would much prefer if that was the character, honestly. So that was really fun. There was a little bit with like Larry, this like big like bully guy, just showing up, and he had a fight with Xander, and then Xander was like, fuck you. And then Buffy stepped in and helped Xander. And then Xander was like, what are you doing? You know, everyone's going to think that I'm a sissy now. And it's like, why would they think that about you and not about the guy who got his ass kicked? Like, fucking hilarious, the fucking pussy ass motherfucker. Like, you're okay. And like, next time they show up, you can just fight him and they won't think that anymore. But whatever, kids, teenagers, again, it's been a while since I was in that situation. Well, I actually never was in that situation, so it's difficult for me to tell. But yeah, anyway. I wonder how many children died tonight. Sorry, that's a fucked up thing to say, but it's actually real. Like, because a bunch of children probably turn into demons. There is a possibility that a cop just saw a demon and just fucking blast him in the face. And he just murdered that kid. You know, child murder is not unprecedented in the show. You know, we seen that a couple episodes ago with Spike, so I can imagine that happened probably off screen. Anyway, I think we're gonna stop here. I really like a lot the Giles thing with Ethan. I was so happy when the small hints of Giles having more to his character than we know of started showing, and I was just like, oh, that's like a 7 Doctor thing. Oh, I like that. I really hope that that's what it is. It could be different. If it is different, then sure, whatever. Like, it could be even better. I don't know. But like, I see that as like a 7 Doctor thing, where he's pretending to be this like happy buffoon, but when it comes down to it, he's like super shit serious, and he's like actually secretly the mastermind behind everything. And he's just this moment where he's like, I planned it all, and now you die. And he just walks away. And then he walks away and walks into like Buffy and Willow and Xander, and he's like, oh, Gully. Oh man, I didn't think that it would turn out like that. Oh, we're so lucky, aren't we? Oh, he's just like playing like, he's like, oh man, I can't believe that happened, when actually he was secretly like such a fucking badass. But like, they don't know. It would be awesome if he played the bad guys like a fucking like awesome chess master and just like fuck them all. That would be so great. I really want Giles to turn into that now. But I'm also looking forward to the idea of like, because he's an ally. I want to know why he's like such a hardcore ally, because that implies that if he was a bad person before, or an assassin, or some shit, he could be a demon. I don't know. Like, if he was something bad before and now he's actually like a completely different person, I'm wondering what happened in order to make him be that. So that's another promise of something that's super cool that could happen. So yeah, anyway, that's my favorite thing about this episode so far. For sure. Anyway, that's going to be it for this reaction episode to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you would like to watch the next 2 episode reactions to Buffy the Vampire Slayer, you can already do so over at the Patreon. Check out the link in the description below. You can have your name around here. Check out the links. You can check my social media, Twitch stream, I play games and stuff. And yeah, see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.